New tonight, the mayor and city council have reached a deal on the largest budget in New York City history. City Council Speaker Corey Johnson said budget negotiations were focused on three goals.
First, helping people recover from the pandemic. Second, rebuilding some of what we lost. And third, reimagining our city to address some of the disparities that COVID-19 laid bare.
Just a year ago, New York City faced an unprecedented fiscal crisis. Businesses suddenly shut down, tens of thousands of jobs lost in a matter of weeks. The mayor is calling his $98.7 billion budget a recovery budget. It includes $14 billion in federal pandemic aid.
It's made it possible for the city to avoid large cuts.
Not only did the city avoid large budget cuts, the new budget restores funding that was reduced last year for city parks and the sanitation department. And as George Sweeting of the city's independent budget office explains,
the mayor is using a lot of this money, the federal money, to expand education programs.
The city will invest $18 million to reduce class sizes. $81 million will go to ensure every school has access to a mental health professional. And $160 million will be spent to create a universal summer school.
A big part of our recovery means investing in our students and young people, and this budget does that.
This year's budget negotiations were very different from June 2020, when protesters occupied City Hall Park, calling for $1 billion to be removed from the NYPD's budget. This year, the city will add to the police department's budget.
The growth is $200 million.
That's a lot of money, and it's really disappointing to hear that the council is celebrating this budget because it feels like they're really out of touch.
The additional $200 million for the NYPD will go in part to cover overtime funding, $166 million for overtime, and the mayor says millions more will go for long overdue technology upgrades. Reporting live from City Hall, Ayana Harry, Pix 11 News.